An absolute bombshell was dropped during courtroom deposition involving not only the subject of witness intimidation, that's right, witness intimidation, but that this was done by the lawyer representing Preston and Cook in Jeremy Hale's via Lynette Preston and John Cook, with the witness in this testifying that they were being intimidated by said lawyer for their attendance today. An entire YouTube channel was going after them, essentially threatening to blackmail them if they spoke up, plus going after another person, saying, yeah, I saw them intimidate another witness as well. Now, what is wild is that this isn't the first time that allegations like this have been made. In fact, this lawyer has been accused of going after potential witnesses' jobs if they speak up. This was posted on Facebook. Now, one of these allegations is next level too. Why? Because this would have involved an ongoing police investigation into his clients, one in which a pew-pew was allegedly pulled on multiple individuals, and all while potentially being added to federal litigation in a lawsuit being brought by the YouTube channel What the Hells. Welcome to one of the craziest things that you will ever see in your life. You and I, we're going to talk about it today, and this is fun times. This is fun times indeed. All right, so hey there to all you fine folks on this fine day. By the way, I hope you are doing excellently. So welcome to another chapter in one of the craziest lawsuits I have ever seen, involving the YouTuber What the Hells, that would be Jeremy Hales, versus Lynette, Michelle, Lacey, Alexis Preston, and John Cook, where we're looking at the deposition of one Shara Wolf. Now, Shara Wolf is an independent photojournalist who is in the unique position of being invited into this case behind the scenes by Lynette Preston. So she saw a lot, she heard a lot, and man, some of the stuff she has testified to, including allegations and very false allegations, I want to make that very clear, that Jeremy Hales, the voice of What the Hells, and other people were plotting to take the mayor of this small town, Otter Creek, on a hunting trip, and well, let's just say they were supposedly going to end him. And this allegation, it got bad enough that police were actually called on that. I mean, that just one thing that she talks about. Now, during these months of behind-the-scenes access, she also has contact with the lawyer in question. The lawyer that, interestingly, identifies himself as an attorney when he's speaking to her, but as far as identifying himself as an attorney representing Miss Preston, she says, no, he doesn't do that. How do you actually find out about that? Well, I find out when he files something on that. So, during these communications, he's not identifying himself that way, according to her. Now, according to her, these communications go very badly. In fact, she says that this lawyer, plus the clients and other people associated with this, make her feel terribly unsafe. But as far as the communications, the lawyer would ignore her concerns. Not only ignore them, but would belittle her. He would scream at her on the phone. In fact, he would scream loudly at her, tell her that her concerns, well, that was her acting like a 10-year-old child. And as far as seeing things that were going on, she actually saw him threaten a witness. Now, this incident at the time would have been an active police investigation. And this is a bad one, by the way. One ultimately that prosecutors declined to follow up on. But you have allegations that John Cook, this lawyer's client, pulled a pew-pew on 3 people. He lied to the police multiple times. He actually hid evidence. That's according to the police. But still, they declined not to go forward. Why? Well, I'll leave that up to you. Now, Miss Wolf details conversations about this, saying again, I saw him threaten a witness. In fact, she had communications with him about this, saying, isn't that intimidation? And I mean, listen to this. This is wild to see. She, by the way, is again federal litigation. She's being deposed. She's talking to Jeremy Hale's his lawyer. So this is what she has to say. I saw him threaten a witness, the witness for the Pew Pew incident, which was, his name was Wes, I believe, right? His first name. I don't remember his last name. I'm sorry. Then she's asked, okay, so what do you know? Tell us. I mean, listen to this here. He went on to one of his videos and threatened him with a lawsuit while he was a witness in, or a victim in that case. Before that, before it went where it went, he went onto his YouTube and threatened him with a lawsuit. Now, this person, by the way, did not show up to Florida to actually follow up with the prosecutors. So, this is crazy to see. And she says, quote, I said to him in Messenger, I said, wouldn't that be intimidating him? I mean, isn't that intimidating him? And I don't remember what his response was, but I was alarmed by it. Now, what's even crazier is this isn't the first time that this has been alleged either. In fact, one of the worst incidents that I've seen alleged came up on Facebook. I'm redacting the person's name, but this is 100% legit. You had a Facebook group where people that had first-hand experience with this man's client were actually talking about what was going on. Not only does the lawyer decide that he's going to do his usual lawfare, threatening litigation, but he decides to go after their employment too. Listen to this. He gets put on blast for it. Here's his name, so he knows it's to him. I'm having difficulty understanding how this post or comment I made is relevant to where I work, or why you felt the need to contact my employer in writing, saying that an employee assisting YouTube channels in digging up dirt on private individuals, specifically those targeted by What the Hale's channel for a bad neighbor content storyline. You also stated this is an extremely serious matter that is being followed by tens of thousands of fans on YouTube. They note you could have contacted me, admins, or whatever, but you chose to contact my employer. I must express that I find your decision to do so highly unprofessional and unethical, especially given your role as an attorney. They also note it could impact professional standing there. You do that? That's big time. That's litigation. And then they say, I also understand that contacting someone's employer may be your usual practice to intimidate or suppress free speech, but I do not believe this approach is appropriate. Oh, and by the way, Miss Wolf also says, yeah, they were trying to intimidate me as well. Quote, you do feel threatened by said lawyer for your attendance here today. Is that correct? And she says, yeah, I feel threatened by, they call themselves a team. That's how they portray themselves on a YouTube channel. Just last night, one of those people was saying, careful what you say. You better be careful what you say, or there's going to be a big bomb dropped. They said that Miss Preston gave them an old iPad where there had been recordings saying you better be careful because basically they're threatening to blackmail me if I talk and say the wrong thing today. I feel so intimidated. Yeah, blackmail, witness intimidation. I mean, man, it is something. Let me know in the comments what you think, though. Hit the links out there, share it, make sure everyone sees it. Thank you.